it was like Vince Carter, right?
Yes.
It was just easy. I'm so mad at Vince for what he did to the game. The GOAT debate should have been him.
100%.
Okay.
He was so naturally gifted than anything you've ever seen.
Period.
He had everything. There was no, he had everything. Dribble, shoot, fade, moves.
Footwork.
He had everything. If he had the mindset like Kobe, like I'm better than everyone, and I'm going to show y'all there was nobody who was stopping that man.
Right.
There was nothing that was stopping Vince Carter. When Vince Carter came in the lane, there was no big man that was willing to challenge it because they didn't want to be on ESPN.
Word was Gilbert Arenas. Shout out to his podcast, Gil's Arena. But talking about Vince Carter, who played, 20 plus years in the NBA? Vince Carter played from 98 until 2020. Yeah, 22 years. Wow. So Gil said that he believes Vince Carter could have been the greatest player. It should have been him in the Jordan debate. And I kind of agree with what he's saying. I see his point of view. I think a lot of times we see these players, and just real quick, for those who don't remember, Vince Carter was 8-time All-Star, 2-time All-NBA, second team in 2001, third team in 2000, went to North Carolina, and he could dunk. Vince Carter was the best dunker of all time, in my opinion, and I'm sure of a lot of people's. I see what Gil is saying. Gil's saying that, you had somebody with that kind of athletic, God-gifted ability. If you add a mindset to him of a Kobe where I'm going to assassinate you, who's going to stop that? And I see that perspective, but my thing I would say to Gilbert Arenas is, yeah, that might be true, but how often does that happen? A lot of times you do see guys with all this athletic ability and they rarely try, and then you see somebody who didn't necessarily have the best athletic gifted ability, but they try their best, like a Kobe or Jerry Rice with football. We see this all the time. Rarely do you see somebody with both. You see it now with Jordan and LeBron and other people. Well, look at Shaq. Shaq never won Defensive Player of the Year, and he could have been so dominant that it was just even he went back and talked about it a little bit. It's crazy. So and okay, let me put it like this. Look at the people when you grow up in your neighborhood. You don't remember those people that they had all of this talent. They might have been the star basketball player or baseball player or football player. Didn't go to the weight room. You couldn't understand it. And you just knew that if they just even tried a little bit, they would be something special. But they never really went more than where they went. And I say that's like that with Vince Carter. All the talent in the world. He's still a great player. 22 years. Can't take it from him. But Vince could have easily had 3-4 championships. The best, he's already the best dunker of all time. And it could have been up next. I did see Turaw's video about it. Maybe that's not what he wanted. And we have to stop putting our expectations on a lot of these players like a Ben Simmons or a Zion or any of these other players. Well, Zion is getting in shape now. But just in general, with a lot of these different players, and it doesn't matter necessarily what sport, we put our expectations on them, but maybe that's not the expectation that they have for themselves. What y'all think about what he said?